you see the title of this stream and or video, depending on how you watch it. Hi, I'm Nix. I record YouTube videos with my friends. I post stuff on TikTok and also sometimes post stuff on Twitch. Not often, though. Now then, to get into what I am going to explain, I'm going to explain the state of the game of Brawlhalla, coming from a player who has played this game for almost 10 years. I've played beta and alpha on PC. I played beta on, well, also alpha on PC up until it got released on console, which was my main thing at that point. I am captain of, I think, Captain of Asgard, Captain of Asgard 2 on my Switch, I'm pretty sure. And on here, because I downloaded it on here before I got it on my Switch. No, not on here, but I downloaded it on my PlayStation after I downloaded it on my Switch. I'm currently Veteran of Asgard 5. Now, keep in mind, also, I used to not play on my PlayStation as much as my Switch, so I have more playtime on my Switch than I do on my PlayStation. Total hours, that's not true, but total playtime, yes. Anyways, I'm going to digest and kind of dive into the state of the game of Brawlhalla due to a simple fact. I have realized that a lot of pros and fellow Brawlhalla creators and players have come out about how they feel about the game, and I feel like I should do the same thing. Also, I made a video like this maybe 4 months ago. I remember it was late at night one time, so I wasn't really in my full right state of mind, but as of right now, I'm currently in a good state of mind to actually talk about these issues. All right. We are currently having 4 problems with Brawlhalla. Well, actually 5 if you want to be completely honest with this situation. One is content. Yes, they are giving us content. This is the most content we've had in multiple years, but we have not had any gameplay changes towards content in multiple years. The only content we get gameplay wise is new weapons and slight changes to the way that the battle schematics work. Me personally, I agree with a lot of YouTubers and pros that have talked about this, and also other people that I watch, where I feel like the dash mechanic should be reworked to an extent. If you're going to keep changing the dash meters, which they did multiple times, I'm pretty sure last year and also once this year, I do not feel like you should keep changing it back and forth to make somebody adjust constantly to that change. Yes, that kind of gives a advantage to people who understand the game more, but that also gives a disadvantage to just casual players with things that they might, and I mean might, know from just them playing the game as a casual player. I also do not feel like the skill gap in which Brawlhalla puts it with their MMR should be newcomers can go against the best players in the world, especially in unranked. See, me, I am a mid to high plat, and I go against Valhallans and Diamonds constantly in unranked 1v1s. It is to a point where I do not like playing unranked 1v1s or playing this game slightly to any degree anymore unless it is ranked. It is a horrible, horrible MMR. But the other problems are weapon shift metas, constant weapon shift metas, character metas. What else did I say just a couple of minutes ago while my mic was muted? I started the video earlier and I realized my mic was muted completely, so I'm trying to restart and voice over what I said. I said it was a character meta, a weapon meta, um passive play meta and signature metas. Now then, I'll admit, signatures are always going to be good to an extent, but there are characters where their sigs should not be as good as they are, and they only get used to be abused. Which is why a lot of people say signatures should have a cooldown. I don't necessarily think that. I do think, however, they should take the multiverses route and make it to where if you use the same heavy attack over and over and over, you have damage reduction. You have fall off because you are only clicking one attack, one button, one input, getting easy hits off of it. Which, to be fair, multiverses took that approach because you can string the same attack into multiple, like into a combo. But in Brawlhalla's case, I feel like they should have a timer where if you use the same sig over and over and over again, that timer either gets slightly increased or restarts. And it has fall off every time you do the sig after that timer. Because it's just like a dodge timer. You use a dodge, you have like a 3-second window where you can just easily get fucked. And that's just the honest truth, because that's how Brawlhalla properly works. Other than that, there's a character meta. Character metas are horrible. especially for this game. We are currently in a meta where only strong characters get played in ranked and unranked. For instance, Taros. How many people in professional leagues as of recent were only playing Taros? How many people in ranked do you currently encounter a day only playing Taros, especially in twos? How many characters do you come across or people come across playing Amugi in ranked or Queen Nai or specific characters like that where they have a lot of attack with very, very strong signatures also, which I get. That is the point of the character. But again, I will say to an extent, it gets to a point where there should not be that much of a problem with the character in general, especially Taros. There's been multiple people, even pros, say Taros is a problem and it needs to be fixed. But BMG, you don't listen to your community. You don't even listen fully to your esports side of things. Your esports team and community is literally dying out by the tourney because of how big of a problem some specific metas and stuff have become. For instance, we have a weapon meta. There's a weapon meta plaguing Brawlhalla, and it has been since last year. Katars, Axe, Hammer. Those are the main three problems as of now. But there's also one that you can add in now because of you being a shitty company. No offense to you, BMG. I'm telling you straight up because I enjoy Brawlhalla. But you also plagued the game with Bow also by giving that weapon a buff when it did not need a buff. That weapon was fine where it was. It needed some adjusting and nerfs, but it did not need buffs at all. Same story for Katars. Katars does not need any type of buff to the weapon. It is already fast. It already can deal massive amounts of damage just from strings. It already is hard to punish and dodge because of how fast that weapon is. And yet you still proceed to buff that weapon constantly. It's the same thing that y'all do with characters. For instance, Barraza, I'm pretty sure maybe 2 or 3 years back, y'all buffed that character so much that he started plaguing the meta because nobody wanted to play Barraza. And that's just one of those situations where you have to take a step back as a company and look at how that will affect the game, especially in a player's perspective, not a company's perspective. Because as a player, if you have one character be so much stronger than all the others, that character is going to be the only character being played. For instance, perfect example, as of right now, it is Taros. What you did to Taros with his axe, he didn't really need it. All of his axe sigs are punishable. They are not a problem. They have been punishable. But when you get to his hammer signatures, that's where the problem occurs. Side sig on hammer is I'm gonna be honest, in my opinion, way too fast for the type of character he is. He's a slow character meant for hard hitting attacks, just like Amugi. Amugi also has some very fast attacks that I also think should be nerfed. For instance, down sig on greatsword. I don't feel like you should be able to move off stage and also not just that, but slide around with that move. I understand on stage, but off stage, that's kind of where the problem occurs. But I do not feel like stuff like that should be a thing that kind of forces the game into okay, well, I have to perfectly evade this person or else I'm still going to lose. That's just one of those things that I feel like should not be a problem in Brawlhalla, especially with a meta shift like this. There have been weapons that have plagued the meta since the beginning of the game. First, it was Axe, which that wasn't the first weapon added, but that's the first weapon that genuinely started being absolutely crazy with meta. Then it was Greatsword when it came out. Then it was Battle Boots when it came out, and now we are currently in a 5 weapon shift meta, which is not good at all for the game because some weapons can't even compete. For instance, Axe. Let me give you a recommendation, BMG. Nerf the ground pound and recovery to a point where it does not have all priority over majority of the weapons in the game. For instance, I can use a blaster's recovery, and somebody who's playing Axe can do a recovery towards me, not like actually towards me, but above me, dead above me. For instance, I can go into training and show what I'm saying.
Training.
If I were to go into training and play, for instance, like, who's an Axe character that I actually have saved? Because I don't genuinely play Axe. I don't like Axe. It feels bummy to play.
Training.
There you go, Barraza. He's up in the top right.
Barraza.
If I were to go into training right now and point out what I'm trying to say, because he also has blasters and Axe, I do not feel like this should be as big as a problem as it is. If I were off stage, right, and I'm trying to reach back on stage, and this Axe player, okay, well, ignore me SD. I'm not keeping up with my jumps because I'm trying to conversate and explain my opinions and stuff. I do not feel like someone who's playing Axe should have the priority to just sit here and wait for me to do a recovery and then hit a recovery right then and there where it instantly has priority over a recovery or a ground pound. Especially not a full-blown recovery like blasters, where it shoots a projectile out. I do not feel like Axe should have priority over this type of recovery, especially with, you know what, I can even point this out even more. If I do this, look at this. It not just swings dead under, well, not even dead underneath me, but dead in front of me, but directly underneath me also. And keep in mind, this recovery is decently fast. Not on Barraza, of course, because he doesn't have anything. But it's decently fast to a point where it's extremely hard to keep up with the hitbox. So if I was just floating here and there's a Blasters player about to do a recovery right here, not even about to, but if they're like down here about to do a recovery, I could just easily do this. And they're off the stage. You know, it doesn't matter about priority or anything. I can easily just do this. And you know, because of how Axe's ground pound, not ground pound, but recovery works, that last hitbox right there will be a guaranteed almost hit. Especially compared to this, where the last hit barely comes out until the end frame. That will not counter a Axe recovery. I've tested it before, especially in ranked and customs, because I used to main blasters. It will not counter a Axe recovery due to the way that Axe's ground pound, not ground pound, but recovery hits. It hits at an angle to a point where you are practically protected by the hitbox. And I can even prove that even further. The last frame, you are practically either going to clash with that recovery, or you are going to hit the person out of the recovery, or they are slightly going to hit you out of it. You still have priority over them. Always on this weapon. Not just that being a problem, but Axe, I'm going to be honest, also needs specific nerfs with just some of the light attacks. Like, okay, I'm glad they made it to where downlight doesn't hit grounded anymore. That was an amazing change, because to be serious, there's no reason it should have hit grounded in the first place. I feel like, I understand they nerfed Dare. They nerfed the movement you get off Dare, I'm pretty sure, after an attack, which is good. That's something that should be in the game. You should not have that much priority over a, not even priority, but movement after a heavy hitting weapon. That's supposed, like, that's actually technically, in my opinion, its best move, other than ground pound and recovery. Not just that, but ground pound also has the same problem as recovery, except more, I guess unpunishable, I guess. No, actually, I'll take that back. Ground pound's more punishable than recovery, especially depending on what weapon you're using. Like if you're using, say for instance, not this weapon, but like blasters, and you actually do a nair, that actually would counter a ground pound off of Axe, which is why I say it has less priority. But I do feel like that is one of the main problems. In nerfs on Taros, nerf the hammer, not the axe. There has been nothing wrong with Taros' axe besides the Ensig. And I'm going to be honest, that still will always be a problem. It's Taros. Taros' Ensig will always have that much amount of force unless DMG actually chooses to nerf that character. Therefore, which is why I'm saying I do not find it as such a big problem. Now, onto the other weapons. Hammer. I'm going to be honest about Hammer. I play this weapon, so I have a personal bias towards this weapon, but I'm going to look at it from a third-person perspective, especially from somebody who really enjoys this game. I feel like Hammer should be nerfed. I do not think that it should be as strong as it is. I do not think it should also have as much, I'm not going to say priority, but some priority over weapons. And I definitely do not think that it should be as strong as it is in the meta right now. Especially with specific characters like Cassidy and Yumiko, who can have like up to 4 or 5 hit true combos that are genuinely just busted out of its mind. Which Cassidy's, I'm gonna be honest, her true combos are amazing. So are Yumiko's. But again, I'm going to point this out. Yumiko got nerfed last patch.
They nerfed her insig. The one thing where you could get a genuine true combo off, you can no longer do. And me personally, I don't think they should have nerfed Yumiko as much as they did. They nerfed her pretty pretty bad. There's a 6 frame difference in between what it was to what it is now, and that just I feel like maybe they should have gone down like 4 frames and not 6. 6 makes it to where there's way more, you know, active time where she can be punished compared to the enemy. Excuse me, getting a drink of water. And I just feel like Hammer's damage should also be nerfed. Because if I'm not wrong,
Yumiko.
let me actually ready up as Yumiko. I'm pretty sure Hammer Sair does like 20 damage. I may be wrong, but it does around that little amount. Yeah, it does exactly on the dot 19 damage. Probably not exactly on the dot, but almost 20 damage. Let me check this. Yes, almost 20 damage. It is at 19.40. Down air, 9.70 to 380. That's okay. 17, there's no reason a sidelight like this should do 17 damage. 6, that's reasonable. I also don't feel like specific combos on this weapon should be true like they are. Like, I don't feel like, in my personal opinion, which this is the bread and butter for Hammer, I don't think that should really be changed. But I also don't think it should be as good as it is. Especially in a situation like what I just did, where the recovery practically is a free kill. I also don't think that Hammer Sair, not Sair, but Nair should do the exact same amount as Hammer Nair. There is no reason at all that Hammer Nair and Hammer Sair... I'm actually curious, what is the hitbox for this? So this can hit grounded, right? Okay, yeah, it can. There's no reason that Hammer Sair and Hammer Nair should do the exact same amount of damage and have the exact same amount of, I'm going to say almost the exact same amount of priority. Because Hammer Sair hits extremely far away from where you are, and it carries a good amount of range. And Hammer Nair is just Hammer Nair. There's no other way to explain Hammer Nair and how good it is besides it is just Hammer Nair. I'm going to be honest, there's nothing wrong in my opinion with downlight or really recovery. I'm going to be honest. I don't see a problem with recovery. I keep messing this up. I don't see a problem with recovery because it only does 1 damage for the first first hit, and then it does 12 damage. I do feel like this should not do almost 18 damage though, because you're literally just slightly moving your hammer to the side. There's no real reason that should hit for as much as it does. And I mean, hammer is just a strong weapon right now in the meta, and it's shifted towards heavier weapons. Now, Katars. Well, actually, I'm going to say this. I think one of the main ways you can fix hammer is just nerf the damage and dial it, I guess, tone it down or tone it up depending on what needs to be fixed. Now, on to the other weapons. Bow. I don't know why they chose to do this with bow as of recently, but they chose to buff this weapon and specific damage numbers and hitboxes, which was just really weird. For instance, bow's hitbox used to not hit like this. If I'm not wrong, it used to literally just be a straight line that slowly faded towards the end. I may be wrong, but I swear I'm pretty sure that's what bow's hitbox was. And they changed it for all of the weapons where an arrow is coming out. I don't know if they changed it for this one, because I never paid attention to this hitbox, but I know they changed this one also. They made it more bubbly towards the point, and then made it more thin towards the end. Not point, but made it more bubbly towards the beginning, and then more thin towards the point. I don't know whether or not to think that bow is a very, very, very strong weapon as of current, but I do think it is one of the stronger weapons as of current. It also has not just that, but it has some priority over weapons that it shouldn't. It also is just extremely... Okay, I am right. It used to literally... This is what the old hitboxes for bow used to look like, by the way. It used to literally just be a straight line. That's literally all bow's hitboxes used to be. I knew I wasn't wrong. I may still be wrong, but I'm pretty sure this is what bow's hitboxes used to be. And I'm going to be honest, they actually made bow's hitboxes better than what they used to be. That straight line was good, I'll be honest, but it definitely wasn't like top tier amazing. Why is my character emoting? Than what it is now. I'm gonna say the only thing they can really do to really make bow more balanced is make it have less priority with downlight, because downlight has a lot of priority over specific weapons, and I don't feel like it should have that much priority. And also nerf the damage slightly, not to a point where it's horrible, but to a point where like it's not just grinding damage off of the character nonstop. Now on to Katars. Katars is one of those weapons, and keep in mind, I'm going to say this especially for viewers getting to the point right now. This could possibly be an hour-long video. I'm going to try my best not to make it be, but I'm going to just explain and digest and talk about specific problems with the game. Again, I repeat that this could be a very long video, so please get ready to chillax, do whatever you need to. I'm going to be honest, Qatar's has been a problem ever since I think 2022 when they received their Nair buffs and their downlight buffs. And progressively, I'm going to be honest, they have just buffed this weapon nonstop. I don't feel like it should have as much. See, look, I've realized something. That has one dodge window, and if you time it perfectly, it's technically true. If I'm not wrong. If I can. Yeah, see, that's true. You have to time it like perfectly, though. See, that's true. Kill him real quick. So that is true. At I think till like maybe red. Which, I'm gonna be honest, that's fine. It's not really all that hard to do. And I don't think it does that much damage. Okay, 13 is a little crazy. Yeah, it only does around 10 damage. And down air does exactly 10 on the dot. So that's about 20 damage you get from that, which isn't amazing, but also it is extremely good for what type of weapon this is. For instance, bow nair does 10. You see how fast this move comes out? And just how easily it can be manipulated to be a very good offstage weapon. Me personally, I feel like this move might be the best move in the game. Because not only does it hit completely around you, it also is extremely strong. Especially once you get into the more reddish color. This can kill it, I would say maybe 220 off stage, I want to say. Yeah, 220 off stage. That means it also could kill at 220 up here also, just to go ahead and clarify that also. I also don't feel like this combo I don't feel like the half pipe combo should be as strong as it is. Because if I'm not wrong, it actually is true towards the end. If I can do it right, because I haven't done this combo in a minute, because I don't really play Katars all that often. See how little dodge frames you had for that. Especially towards the end, where like you can literally. Oh well, I just realized they made it to where this has more knockback than what it used to have. That's interesting. I've never realized that until now. But anyways, to ignore that, I don't think, personally, from my perspective. Excuse me for a second. See, it has so little dodge frames that even the dodge windows are so small that half of them don't even pop up, meaning they're almost true, or they are true, which most of them probably have like 2 or 3 dodge frames. I just don't think that should be a thing in a weapon or a game where it's about reading your opponent and trying to figure out their next move without punishing your own actions. I also don't feel like Qatar's ground pound should deal as much damage as it does, which I get most ground pounds do around 20 damage. So that's fair. I'll be honest. For it doing 1988, I'm pretty sure. No, 1843. Never mind. I think the damage is fine. I'll take that back. That's my fault on that. But I also don't feel like Sair should be as strong as it is on Qatar's. I don't know how the fuck I just SD'd because I tried to jump and it's like I lost my jump. But Sair, on Qatar's is extremely good, just like neutral air, to a point where you can really get an easy kill with just that move, especially edge guarding. You can like fake out an offstage play, try to get them up to stage, and then instantly hit them with a Sair, and they're already off the map. See, if I move Diana closer to offstage, look at this. They get sent vertical, and you can just go down and do another one, and then boom, they're off of it. It's just like I don't feel like, which I get, it's an AI just jumping, but still, I'm still pointing out my points. I don't think that it should be able to do that much off stage in such a little time, which I get. It's supposed to be a fast weapon, and I understand that. It's supposed to be a fast, not high damage dealing weapon. But if you look at this and think about this realistically, you don't need it to do a lot of damage for it to do some shit like this, where it actually just grinds damage off the opponent. If it'll work, you know. See, he's already at 200. That's just like one of those things where I say, like, in a real game perspective, that's going to be the main priority weapon that is being picked, especially due to how strong it is. Now, me personally, I don't know what I can say to make the weapon less strong besides make some of the moves slightly slower and make it to where some combos and stuff like that, like actual true combos and some things, have more dodge frames than what they have. Now, onto the character problem. I dived into this just a couple of minutes ago. Amugi, Taros, and other characters have been plaguing ranked due to just how good they are, which I'm going to be honest, Amugi's probably one of the worst characters in the game, if I'm being realistic. But he's also one of the best characters in the game when it comes to SIGs and weapon setup and stuff like that. Whenever it comes to actual stats, he might be the worst. I'm going to be honest. No, actually, Thea is. I take that back. Actually, no, maybe Amugi is. I'm not sure, though. It's between those two. But there are just characters that are so strong that they are being picked much more than other characters. When character picks should be mostly around the same, unless there's other characters that other people like to play. For instance, Scythe characters. Those are always going to be some of the most picked characters in the game because of the weapon that they have, which is Scythe. Scythe is one of the most played weapons and will always probably be one of the most played weapons, unless BMG keeps nerfing it to the ground like they've done over the past couple of patches. We also have a playstyle problem. And I will literally load up an experimental or rank game just to point this out. I may not get them first game, but I can try to. There's a problem with this game now where all this game does is just benefit off of passive playstyles. If you play passive in this game, you can easily not just bait your opponent's dodge out just by being passive, but also punish the opponent just even in the slightest way for being slightly more aggressive than you. For instance, if I were to play, for instance, like maybe Yumiko, right? And I would just sit on one side of the stage the whole game, and every time they pushed up on me, I did a D-sig, spot dodge, punished his attack. A lot of people play like that. And I don't think that a game where this is meant to be a fighting game should have such a problem with people playing passive to an extent where it is bad. Like bad. For instance, me, no offense to this friend I'm about to bring up, but I have a friend who literally sat on one side of the stage majority of his rank games and hit diamond. And I think he hit like 2100 just doing so. That should not be how you hit diamond at all. No reason at all that should be the reason you hit diamond. Because you're not showing any skill. You are simply sitting on one side of the map, waiting for the opponent to come towards you just for you to punish their attack that they try to hit you with. That is not what a fighting game basis is. Look at Guilty Gear, for example, the game that I have started to replace Brawlhalla with because of just how bad the meta has gotten. That game makes it to where if you sit still or if you move back for however long, you get a penalty for it. due to them not wanting there to be a huge passive problem. Because there's a lot of fighting games where you can literally just move back and sit back the entire game and not get any penalty for it. That's why I like Guilty Gear so much, because it actually forces you to fight and play like an actual fighting game, than, you know, sit back and just relax and look at the enemy playing a fucking staring contest. That's just one of those things where I feel like it should be implemented into Brawlhalla, where there is a penalty for playing passive. But again, I don't know how you would implement it unless you rework specific systems, which is why I'm not saying they do that. I just think personally that is one of the main problems, that is a serious problem, especially when it comes to ranked. I have hit almost diamond once, 1950. Almost. I'll be honest, I didn't hit it. I was close though. But that whole time that I was playing, it was interesting to say the least. But I do remember a lot of the games that I went against were just passive players who sat on one side of the stage and didn't actually try to engage in the fight, and only would punish based off of not even mistakes that I would make, just being passive. That's literally all you really had to do. And over this last rank season, all I fought are just passive players who sit on one side of the stage, wait for you to come in, and punish you based off of not even a mistake that you might make, but based off of what you do. If you were to just bait dash in, they would maybe dodge, but in a reality where they can dodge from it, they can still punish your move after their dodge. Especially if what most players do when you bait them out is spot dodge. When they spot dodge, they have more active frames in the spot dodge, and once they're out, they have like maybe 3 recovery frames, and they can instantly punish you for pushing up, especially if they're sitting on, again, like I said, one side of the stage. Another issue I've realized that has been plaguing Brawlhalla is weapon imbalance. Weapon imbalance, again, I talked about the weapon meta just a couple of minutes ago. I feel like weapon imbalance is becoming such a problem that you are practically forced into playing those stronger weapons to genuinely get into a play style with other people. Like Axe, I feel like Axe is one of those weapons, which I'm gonna be honest, Axe isn't as strong as it was over the past couple of maybe years, because it definitely was a problem in 2020. But it's not as strong as it is now, but it's still one of the stronger weapons in the game. There's been a lot of people playing hammer because it seems as of now, hammer is one of the only weapons where you can actually rely off of only it to win a game because of just how strong it is. Same story for Katars. I fought a lot of people actually this rank season who have literally played Katars only the entire game and only relied off of a lot of the true combos you get from it, and also the damage buildup you get from it. Again, I will say this again about Katars. I don't think that it should have as many true combos as it has. Yes, I understand it is a fast weapon, but I do not think personally, from my opinion, from how many fighting games I've played, from MK to BlazBlue to Guilty Gear to Smash. Actually, I played Smash professionally with one of my friends for a while. I do not think that specific weapons should have that much of a problem in a meta. And again, the weapons I'm talking about, Katars, and I'm actually going to put them in a ranking list because this is honestly how I see the meta going right now. Katars, hammer, bow, and axe. And if you want to include one more weapon that really isn't a problem right now because of how much they nerfed it, maybe Scythe. I don't want to say maybe Scythe because I'm a Scythe player, but it is the best one's weapon in the game, hands down by far. There is no competition. Which, to be fair, maybe that's why Scythe has been getting nerfed so much, but I still do not think they should nerf it as much as they have been nerfing it as of recently. As you can see, I have a level 78 Nyx. I have like a level 40 or 50 Nyx on my Switch, but I don't play Scythe as much as I used to because me, as a player, I've been reaching out to new characters. For instance, as of recently, I've been playing Nash a lot. I just got this crossover for him. I've also been playing characters like Kaya a lot more, or Ember. I've been trying to reach my grasp out to new weapons to actually figure out just how bad the systematic meta is. Not just that, but also I've been trying to test myself to see if I can win with other weapons, which I can. But I just don't think that, again, that a meta like how it is now should be as good as it is. Now, on to the part where I really wanted to point things out. When it comes to Brawlhalla as a game, we are dry on content. As of recent, we are probably in the most content we've had in maybe, I don't want to say 5 years. Actually, I might say 5 years because in 2020 we barely got anything from 2020 to now. Mm, all we've really ever gotten for content is literally just crossovers, and that's not even really content or new skins. As of right now, I will say we are probably in the point where we will get the most content that we can probably possibly get that BMG will probably allow us to have. For instance, with all the old events, they're coming out with new color schemes. I've barely done any because again, I've talked about how much I don't really enjoy playing Brawlhalla right now. But I'm nowhere near finishing. I'm maybe like a quarter of the way done, and I maybe might not even get done at all, to be honest. And yes, I did buy the stuff on this game. That's because I do still keep this game close to my heart, so ignore that, please. Also, who's online? Who's he playing with? I'm not playing with Volt.
Online.
Um, anyways, back to the main discussion. I also feel like there's specific ways that BMG goes about things that kind of push that perspective of we only care about what we want to do with the game, not what the community and pros say. For instance, pros, I'm going to be honest, have said multiple times Katars needs a nerf. They have also said multiple times that Hammer needs a nerf. But what is it that they proceed to do? They buff the weapons. And not just that, but we've also complained about content for a long time, and we have not gotten anything. Not even a new mechanic. And I'm gonna be honest, Brawlhalla's gameplay as of now is genuinely getting stale. It really is. It's to a point where that's why is my candle burning like that? I might need to blow that out. Give me a second. Okay, I'm here. I had to blow this candle out. It was burning weird. I don't know what the fuck was happening to it. I think it's about to light again because of that spark. Yeah, it's finna light again. Well, just lay this back. Damn, this smoke's killing me. Just lay this back over here. Um. Anyways, I think the subject I was on was. What was the subject I was on just now? Um. Okay, here we go. I think the subject I was just on was the way that BMG handles things, especially whenever it comes to content. This game is stale to a point where it's just the same gameplay over and over unless you play a different character. Which even then, to a point, it's still the same game. Because again, let me get something to drink real quick. I have something stuck in my throat. Okay. Because again, I will say this, and I will say this full heartedly because I truly do believe this. Every character has something similar about another character. For instance, sword legends all have sword. They may have similar signatures. For instance, scythe characters. I remember back in 2020 when me and my friend would play scythe together, we literally compared Mordex's and Nyx's side sig, and they're really similar. Not fully similar to an extent where you can fully compare them, but similar to a point where the hitbox is still somewhat identical to one another. Where the ending curve is as big as it is on Mordex's, just like how Nyx's side sig ends with a big curve. Not just that, but they both also hit in between the curve also. Some characters just have so many similarities, especially with just light attacks and weapons in general and signatures, where the game becomes to a point where it actually does end up getting stale because of how much somebody can play it. And not just that, but esports is becoming esports is actually dying out, if I'm being honest. Sandstorm hasn't competed in a while. I'm pretty sure Snowy also, I may be wrong, but I'm pretty sure he also hasn't competed in a while. And I know why Sandstorm hasn't competed. It's because he's getting better at rivals, which is fine. But that's just one of the things where I'm like, this game's esports is to a point where so many new people come in and we don't know anything about them and they're just so much better than everybody. Which I get people say that some people don't deserve a following because of how good they are, but I disagree. If you can get good at a game and actually compete in a tournament, you deserve the following you deserve. And I will always full-heartedly believe that because me, I'm not good enough to even hit diamond yet. Almost, but I'm not good enough to even hit diamond. And I don't have a following. Not a big one at least. So that's one of those things where I feel like if you're good enough, you deserve the following. Especially with a lot of esports players where they come from and how they get to that point. Another thing I feel like BMG doesn't pay attention to is the bundles. I don't think these were a good decision. I don't at all. Maybe ones like these where it's really simple, like this Mirage one. I feel like this is an okay bundle, but bundles like if they're still here, I'm not sure that they are, but I can check if the bundles are still here for Ascended Nyx and stuff. I'm not sure if they are. Okay, they are. I don't feel like these should be what they are currently. Coming from somebody who tends to spend a lot of money on games that I enjoy, especially Apex and Brawl, I don't think that they should have implemented this with a system the way it is. I don't think one it should be almost. Let's see how much this would be. If it's 900, not nine, yeah, 900 mammoth coins. I don't think a skin in a video game like this should cost $40. I understand that it has special effects and stuff like that, but let's compare the pricing here. And I'm going to be fully honest whenever I do this because I'm actually going to get on my calculator and calculate this. So currently, an Ascended skin is an epic skin. That's literally all it is. Has moving. I can actually go to an epic skin that I own, like the Yumiko one or the Artemis one. Has moving weapon animations. Has moving character animations. It's just an epic skin. The only difference is that they have special attack sounds. But I'm gonna be honest, that should not make them any more. And you want to know why I say that? Because one, Mega Man didn't cost any more, and Mega Man had a special sound effect and yeah, a special sound effect for his thing, and not just that, but I don't think Mega Man's actually had a special visual effect, did it? I don't think it did. Pretty sure it didn't. Pretty sure it was just the normal Mega Man stuff, right? If I'm not wrong. I'm pretty sure it was just the normal, like, straight up Mega Man blaster stuff, if I'm not wrong. I gotta find the blasters because I don't use them on this. I don't use them on this. I'm pretty sure it was just the normal blasters animation, but the Star Wars stuff, it's priced by 100 more than what a normal crossover would be, and they had the same thing. Yeah, no, see? It has special animations, but it has the normal, not special animations, but this like special sound effects, but it has the normal animations. While the Star Wars ones, if I can find them, for instance, Kves, she's 400. Okay. Well, if she's 400, that means you're only making us charge 100 extra mammoth coins because of this. Special sound effects and visual effects. Well, if that's how that's going to be priced, then that would be an epic skin, which I'm pretty sure is 300, right? Yeah. I'm pretty sure, man. I'm pretty sure epic skins are 300. I own every epic skin, so I'm not truly sure. Yeah, they're 300 cuz what are those skins? Like Grim Reaper Nyx, interactive skins. There you go. Those cost 200 or 240. So epic skins are 300. Special animations and sound effects is another 100. So that's 400 so far. That's 400. Then we calculate it into trail effects and knockout effects. Well, knockout effects for one, I don't think should be as high priced as they are. 240 is a little wild, but I mean you do see it decently much. I also don't think these trails should be 240 either. I feel like they should maybe be 200 like these. Even though these I don't even think should be priced at 200 at all. I think these should be priced at like maybe 140 or something like a normal skin because there's no reason they should be priced at 200. But I feel like these should be priced at 200. I do not think you should pay, let's see here, around $13 for a fucking trail. That's honest to God stupid. So me personally, I'm gonna put this price in as 200 because I do not think it should be 240 at all. Then you get, let's see here, a KO effect. Well, I don't think KO effect should be priced at 240, but again, they've been priced that for the longest time, so let's go 240. As of current right now, we are only at 840. 840. And keep this also in mind. Most skins in this game don't even cost you but like exactly $6. Exactly $6. Most skins in the game are exactly 140 and it costs you $6. Which I'm gonna be honest, that's a great price, especially for a 2D fighting game where you're gonna see that skin majority of the time, and it's not like an FPS game where it's $20 for a skin that you only see the hands on. I do think that is a great price for something that is as simple as a 2D fighting game. But I don't think that monetization should be as bad as it is right now. For instance, if I go to colors, I know a lot of people had backlash about this, and I did too. I personally wasn't going to buy them originally. But RGB colors, I do not think this should have been fucking 400 mammoth coins at all. There's no excuse to it. There is no reason to it. 400 mammoth coins for a color that was leaked maybe 6 months ago, thinking it was going to be an esports color. Not just that, but when the color first came out, it had an esports emblem, meaning it was meant to be an esports color. I do not think it should be priced at 400 to any fucking degree, not just because of it originally needing to be an esports color, but just because of the vast majority of players don't want to spend real life money for a color scheme. I would understand maybe if you did this event, like the event that's currently going on and has been going on for a while, where you get a special color for winning with a character. The same thing y'all did for Charged OG. I feel like maybe y'all could have done that and then made it a code in the future. Or maybe just like how y'all did with Charged OG. Or maybe make it to where you can purchase it after the event in case for people who did not finish the event. Instead of making them pay around, let's see here. So if there's 66 legends in the game right now, I'm pretty sure 66, right? Yeah, 66 legends in the game. Plus, I'm pretty sure 20 per color. So that would be, oh, what would that be? 20, 66. That'd go 2 times 6. So that's 12. So 120, 120. Add those together. It's around 200 and no, wait. Hold on. I'm gonna do this real quick. My math, I'm not good at math. I'm so sorry. 20 times 60. No, 66 actually. Let me all clear. Where's my all clear at? I'd really love to have an all clear button, but it's not here. Um, Believe it or not, it's actually not here. Okay. 20 times 66, I almost just put 60, is 1,320 mammoth coins. I don't personally think that to any degree you should be paying almost $50 to just get the color schemes at random for characters that you want. I also don't think you should pay 400 for it either. Because if you pay 400 for it also, that's just like really stupid to a degree where like you could have easily made these content for the community, but you want the money so desperately that you just practically milked it out. I don't This is not something that I agree with to any degree. Because Brawlhalla's, I'm gonna be honest, Brawlhalla's monetization used to be extremely good up until this last year. This last year has gone down the shithole for monetization. Anyways, that's one of the problems I have with it. Not just that, but I also feel like some things are priced unfairly. For instance, the summer bundle. Okay, I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna actually answer your question. The reason I bought the stuff is because I'm an avid Brawlhalla player. Because when I say I'm avid, I have almost 2,000, well, technically 3,000 hours on this game, on because I have 1,000 on my Switch and 1,000 on my PlayStation. And again, like I said just a couple of minutes ago, I tend to spend a lot of money on games that I enjoy. For instance, I think I've just started the finals and I maybe spent $30 or $40 already on that game, and I've only had it for like 4 or 5 days, which it's. I'm gonna be honest, I'm extremely bad whenever it comes to that type of stuff, but I have the money to do it because I work for that money, so I'm good with it. Anyways, and also if we want to talk about how I'm bringing this up, also is because I have about like $2,000 or $3,000 spent on Apex. That was my main game from like 2019 to, I'd say, maybe last season to now. I didn't play it for 2 years though, and 2022 to 2024 because I didn't enjoy the game that much. But I tend to spend, and when I say a lot of money on games that I enjoy, I mean a lot of money. That's also like you asking pros, why do they buy it if they don't agree with it? It's because they provide content and they enjoy the game. A lot of pros and a lot of YouTubers actually, for instance, Pavelski didn't agree with it. Faison didn't agree with it. Who else didn't agree with it? There was a lot of people who tweeted about it and stuff like that. They still ended up buying it, or they were given a code from BMG themselves. But again, that's just one of those things where like, hey, you play the game, you enjoy it, do what you want. You don't have to buy it, but you can. That's just like one of those situations there. But anyways, I don't necessarily think that a lot of the things that go on at BMG whenever it comes to nerfing, buffing, which I've said this already, I don't know why I'm repeating myself, but I don't think they take into account the actual community perspective of what they do, especially at parts with like what they did to Yumiko and Taros this last patch. They nerfed Taros's axe instead of his hammer. His hammer, I'm gonna be honest, was the main problem. His hammer is up
Online.
to a point. Actually, I can even point this out
Training.
in training. I don't even know where Taros is. Right there.
Teros.
I can even point this out. Taros's hammer is to a point where like you can literally use just hammer the entire game and get a free win off of it. For instance, hammer side six. What did that say? I think that said 26.6. I don't know why it instantly disappeared. No, 28.66. D-Sig. Well, I didn't get the first hit. 16, 16. So that's around like almost 30 damage. Then we do N-Sig. 16.55. All of his SIGs do around 20 to 30 damage, which is not good at all. That is extremely high SIG damage, which I understand he's a hard-hitting character, but that is one of those situations where, like, it's very easy to get a kill with this character, especially if you do shit like anywhere from, like, an easy Russian Mafia into a side SIG read, they're already red. I mean, that's just one of those things where, like, that's exactly okay. I'm glad you said that because that is exactly the point that I tried to make earlier. I don't know if you were here. I said that I feel like Axe should be nerfed for the ground pound and recovery due to the priority it has and the damage that it gives out, especially with how little it can be played. For instance, somebody can do, I'm pretty sure, like one down air on Axe and have you like bright yellow at 4 defense. That's something that honestly I do not think should be something that strong. Let's actually go to a 4 defense character. 8 has 4 defense. We can run that. Can I change the stance? No, I can't. Okay, we'll just run base stance then. I'm gonna go ahead and kill her. Look at this. I'm gonna point this out because this is one of the problems I've had with Axe over the past couple of years. And everybody that I've talked to about it says, well, Axe isn't broken. Axe is broken. If one pros complain about it, and also a lot of YouTubers who play this game avidly like me complain about it, there is something that is wrong. Especially because the community understands more than the actual developers. I'm not going to say that in a rude way, but majority of the time, the community can tell when there's something that needs to be, that is problematic, that needs to be fixed. You know what? I agree with you. I do think the game's genuinely pretty balanced besides the 4 main weapons right now, which is Katars, Axe, Hammer, and Bow. I don't think Bow should have gotten buffed to any degree. I really don't, because it was in a place where it should have stayed. Hammer, I do think should be nerfed. And keep in mind, I do play Hammer. I don't. I just feel like that weapon does too much for how little you have to do. And Axe, I've always had a problem with that weapon, especially since 2020. I've always said that weapon's broken, and I still think the weapon should be nerfed. And Qatar's, it's just too fast for its own good. I'm gonna be so serious. But the one bad thing about Qatar's is it does get outranged by a lot of weapons in the game, so I guess that's the downside to it. But again, that range really doesn't mean much when, again, you can just get up in their face and overpressure them. Anyways, back to what I was talking about. If I do this, almost, I'd say almost bright yellow, because if I do it again, bright yellow. Already at 33%. Sidelight doesn't do as much as I thought it did, actually. I thought it did much more. Sair, almost orange. Down air, orange. Neutral air, orange. I just don't think, because also I'm pretty sure this would kill her if I do this.
Dominating.
Again. I just don't think that stuff like that should alright, especially when majority of the characters in this game, base defense is 5. Just I want everybody who watches this to keep that in mind. Base defense is 5. Most characters in this game have 5 or slightly under or slightly above. And some characters like Amugi have a lot over 5. For instance, Teska has, I'm pretty sure that's 5. Yeah, that's 5. Mirage has, well, 4. You can give it 5. Fate has 4. Dusk has 4. Petra has 4. Yumiko has 4. You can give 5. Koji has 4. Val has 6, which is slightly over 5. Ezio has 4. Ransom has 3. You know, like, my point just further and further. That's what I'm saying. And I'm glad that you pointed that out, because low defense characters are genuinely, like, no use in this meta. That is the whole reason why I've only been able to win ranked games with Nyx, because of how much defense she has. If I were to run Yumiko in ranked, even though Hammer's a great weapon and so is Bow, I just get out damaged. Especially by, like, harder hitting characters where the things, yeah, especially in 2s. Because a lot of people use double terrorists in 2s, and you cannot run low defense in 2s at all. I just feel like that they should, I don't want to say, I do think they should rework dexterity. On God, I think they should rework dexterity. That's the most useless stance in the game. And that's another one of the problems I've had, is there's no point in using the dexterity stance unless you have like 2 decks at all. Like, even on Ransom, you gain no benefit from running 5 decks and 2 defense compared to 4 defense and fucking 4 decks. There's no benefit besides one true combo that does barely any damage. Like, that's just, I mean, that's just one of those things, bro. Another thing, I can even point this out now. If I were to launch up a game, right now, I bet you I'd probably be put up against either someone amazing at the game, because this is unranked 1v1s. I hate unranked 1v1s. MMR is horrible. I've even pointed that out in this conversation. But again, I also do think I would maybe, just maybe, go up against one of the characters or players who are relying off meta. For instance, I have multiple friends who rely off the meta as of currently. He doesn't. I was seeing if he was picking somebody who's a meta. I don't know who to play, though. You know what? I'm gonna play a character where I can probably fight somewhat. Because I just don't think that... Did that do 17 damage? Oh, that did 11. I thought that said 17. I was gonna say, what the fuck? Nash, okay. Hammer, also running the strength stance. At that point, what is there to say? Because that's just one of those situations, like I said, where I'm gonna just simply get out damaged. I have no attack. He has some defense. Not a lot, but some, to a point where, like, he can actually play. I just don't... I bet you he's also going to use Hammer majority of this game, too. I'm probably finna get outplayed because he's just Hammer, man. I'll take that back, actually. I have Scythe. Oh, yeah, he's trying to bait out my dodges by jumping towards me. I did not mean to do that. Oh,
Oh yeah, no, Nash is definitely underrated. I'm gonna be so serious. I've started playing him recently, but I don't run the fucking strength stance. I run, I think I run speed. I'm pretty sure. That or dexterity. I only run 4 dex because you can actually get a really decent true combo off of it. I did not mean to go for that ground pound. Okay. Again, out damaged. He had more knockback than me. He actually picked up spear. I'm actually really surprised. A lot of people I've seen that play Nash recently don't actually pick up his spear. They only use his hammer. I want to try to get a kill confirm, but I'm not sure if I can hit the downline stair on him. Yeah, just jump straight over that. I did that recovery too late. I hate that he keeps doing that shit. Fucking controller in this damn stick drift. I jumped into it. I'm panic jumping. I'm really playing like this, huh? I suck today. Holy smokes. I might honestly load up a ranked game. I'm gonna be honest. I don't like unranked. It's either you fight someone who's weird, or you fight someone who's just great. You love to jump. I'm not gonna lie. I might start punishing this dude's jumps. Oh, I'm gonna try to do the rest of this game with Scythe, because I'm gonna be honest, my blasters are actually horrible today. They were okay yesterday, but once I got in today, I'm gonna be so serious. They have not been cooking up well. He almost didn't touch stage. That's surprising. Also, keep this in mind. I have like, I forgot how much defense I have. I have like 6 or 7. That's real. I don't think stick drift should be a fucking thing in modern controllers either. That's why most of the games I'm allowed to play keyboard and mouse on PlayStation, I normally run keyboard and mouse on, like Roblox and stuff like that. I normally run keyboard and mouse because I'm tired of dealing with fucking stick drift. That shit's so fucking annoying. I have a friend whose stick drift literally makes him walk only to the left and makes the game unplayable. Okay, that was nice. Wake up with a ground pound. This is spear. What the fuck is he doing? I just killed myself. I even said it before it happened. I just said I just killed myself because I angled the ground pound completely wrong. I knew that was finna happen. I do that shit so fucking frequently. I gotta stop doing that. Because see, me, again, like I've said, when I play ranked, I go against either straight fucking weirdos who play passive, which that's a horrible problem in this game right now, or people who play heavy-hitting characters who deal massive amounts of damage. And I bet you, if I ready up, I'm either going to go against somebody who has hammer, somebody who's going to play passive the whole game, or somebody who's playing a heavy-hitting character. And I can literally swear to that. Or maybe someone who plays Boots. Boots is really, like, up there in play rate, I'm pretty sure, right now. I've seen a lot of Boots players recently. And also, I just haven't been playing Brawl in general recently because I've been playing Guilty Gear, and honestly, I might swap from Brawl to Guilty Gear. I'm going to be honest, I'm going to take a guess here. Since he's running the speed stance, I think he might just run around the whole game. I'm going to be so serious.
3, 2,
and if he does,
1,
I might actually end up
brawl.
leaving the game. Either that or he actually uses speed to, like, get benefits off combos. I just suck with blasters today. Are you good? Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I'm actually playing like fucking shit. Holy smokes.
I was playing okay earlier, and then I started the stream, and it's like all that just went out the window. Why am I looking that way? Fucking stupid drift. Holy shit. Didn't let me off the wall. I was trying to ground pound him. I'm gonna be so honest. He just did one of the best. Okay, you're better than me. You can have it. This dude's great. I'm gonna be honest. I actually thought he was finna play like a bitch and just run away the whole game, but he's actually trying to fight you. Hello, can I dodge now? I'm so annoyed with fucking spear. I hate sidelight on spear. It's like, ah! Ooh, that makes me so damn mad. And you can be so far away from it, and it's still just gonna fucking hit you. I can't tell if I'm getting, like, mis-audio and stuff like that. Because it sounds like he's not fully doing the sidelight at the middle part. This dude's just great with spear. There's nothing I can really say. He's just great with spear. I'm dead. Actually, I'm gonna be honest, this dude's just better than me. There's nothing I can really say to it, bro. And I'm not gonna complain about it either. He's just better than me with this weapon. I will say one thing. I've not seen him pick that sword up once this game. Downlight. I can't punish that because I can't go above it. And hit him with a ground pound. Yeah, we can run a custom here in a second. That still hits me. Okay. I just want one stock off of you. Just one. I'm not finna get 3 stocked in rank. On my mother, I'm not finna get 3 stocked in rank. I did that insig so late. Hello! I did a Sair! Oh, this game's on bullshit! Oh my goodness! Come down here, you won't. Oh, you're right. You're right, sir. I'm sorry. I've seen a pro make this comeback. I think I can make this comeback too. If I clip him all 3 stocks. I don't think I'm finna clip him all 3 stocks though. Look at my next is not.
Player 2 wins.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie to you. Ranked is not getting played for the rest of the season.
Custom.
Here, if you want to, you can join this custom room and we can just have some fun, I guess. Do gotta do something real quick. Hold on, I'm gonna grab something real quick. Yeah, I was saying that, and then I'm over here. I don't know. I just said it to say it. I was thinking like I'm finna reverse 3 stock in. Let me clip him. Yeah, he did an instant desig. I took that like a champ. I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna take that L. There's nothing I can really say. I wasn't playing my best, so I can't really complain. I can't really say anything either. I wasn't playing my best again. And now, if I was playing my best and I lost, I may have said something. This dude's a diamond? Oh, that's crazy. Cannon go boom. That's a crazy little clan tag. Oh shit, I didn't even dump that many out. Shit. Hey. Level 24 Sidra. It really just depends on how you play with cannon, if I'm being so serious. If you play like, if you like run away and like, here, we'll just have to figure this out. I'm gonna play Nash.
Shovel Knight.
It really just depends on how you play. I'm gonna be so serious. Because some people get called passive players because of them trying to space stuff out properly. Like me, I get called passive because I backdash a lot away from the enemy to space out my attacks.
1, brawl.
So. Oh. Sure finna dodge, I'm not gonna lie. See, now this is who I should have been playing in rank. Let's be real. I did the wrong sig. Ouch. Recovery hurts, huh? See, you're not playing passive, like, not at all. You're playing like a normal, actual, like, human being who doesn't just run away the whole game. Okay, so I'm gonna be honest, I should have been flown above you. I have spear. I don't know why I was flown above you. I thought you were out of bounds. Trying to punish with a Sair. I did the wrong thing.
I suck with spear. Holy smokes. I gotta get better with this weapon. I'm doing that in light all the time. I could start using side light. See, like right then I could use side light and it would have hit. I dodged down it. Oh man. Okay, good. You refresh. Okay. Okay. Clan tags right. Cannon does indeed go. I did not mean to space it like that. Oh, that's all because of my spacing. I fucked up my spacing. Damn. I'm finna lose. I know I'm finna lose. I did it the wrong direction. Okay. I forget that it has that type of recovery. I always think cannon's gonna go like in a like. Oh my god! I don't know how I can like. I have this really weird vision of what cannon's recovery would look like, which is why I always think it's that when it's not. I always forget it's a vertical recovery like Scythe.
Shovel Knight.
Not vertical, horizontal. Damn, I can't talk. I hate that I get vertical and horizontal mixed up. Like all the time. I'll say it's vertical when it's not. So fucking tired of doing that shit. Oh. That's all because of fucking playstyle. Not playstyle. My playstyle. Playing like.
Here we go.
Actually, I'm finna change my color. I don't want to use this. Let's use where's V2?
Here we go.
Not community colors.
Here we go.
Oh. I'm not gonna lie. Holy smokes. I'm like, oh my
Three,
foot.
two,
I went swimming today
Brawl.
at my friend's pool. We had like a full group over there. Yo, I'm not gonna lie. That asphalt was maybe like 103 degrees. My feet are actually burnt and blistered. Like, they hurt so bad. I was trying to do downlight into down air. Not downlight into down air, but recovery into down air. Okay, you're actually working me this game. Holy smokes. I'm just playing like shit today. Oh my goodness. I'm actually playing like top tier dog garbage. Oh my god. I've never played this. It's crazy. Cause I'm gonna be real with you, it's only been like the past 3 days I've actually played like straight shit. It's horrible. What the fuck? Here. I suck fighting this weapon and I suck using this weapon. It's crazy. I did not mean to do that. I'm gonna be so serious. I might have to swap controllers, bro. I might have to swap back to my purple one because this controller I actually forgot gets stick drift the more I use it, and it's starting to make me mad. Cause bro, I keep that time that I did that fucking forward dash ground pound. I didn't mean to do that. I was trying to do a back dash side sig, not side sig, D sig. I keep forgetting that shit. I'm finna change controllers real quick. Hold up. Controller instead of this one. I might just have to use that one for. And use this one for Brawl. See, this controller is already much better. I didn't mean to dodge right there. I didn't do it that way. I thought I dashed. Ah, fuck, I spaced it wrong. Ah, shit. I'm dead. No, I'm not. Okay. I'm gonna go for that grandma. I'm dead. What? I'm not gonna lie, you're up there. I'm gonna be real. I just feel like I'm gonna be so serious. I just feel like I've played like shit over the last like 4 days, and bro, I feel like I might actually just be losing my touch for this game because of it. I don't even know, cause I'm gonna be so serious. When I hit 1950, it was my I think 3rd season hitting plat. I hit 1950. I think I've hit plat like how many times now? How many numbers are on that? It's 7, right? No, tier 4. Yeah, it was my 2nd time hitting plat that I hit 1950. I am gonna be so serious when I say this. I remember whenever I hit plat the 2nd time and I kept going with Artemis specifically, and I got to 1950 and then I just stopped playing. I should have kept going because that could have been the season where I actually did hit diamond, but I just feel like, ah, man. It's just like as of the last couple of months, bro, it's like my skill. I even talked to one of my friends who is like 2500 and played in summer championships. It's just like my skill has been slowly and slowly and slowly and slowly progressively been getting worse. And he said that it's normal and then I'll just have a jolt back to being good again. Which I don't know because bro, I feel like I need a break from this game for me to actually get better. Which it might have to happen. And that might be where I swap to Guilty Gear for a while and then come back to Brawl, just like how I did with Apex, where I swapped to R6 for a while and then came back to Apex. I just don't know, man. It's just goodness. Oh man, I'm just realizing just how bad I was doing.
3,
Goodness,
2,
man. I normally
1,
wouldn't lose to
brawl.
something like that. Actually, I take that back. I'd maybe get hit by it, but I definitely wouldn't fall for a lot of the stuff that I fell for. I didn't mean to do that. So you main cannon. That's interesting. I know like 2 people that I'm actually friends with that main cannon. Okay, sorry. Should've went for that recovery. Like I said, I just suck with spear. I'm like actually top 10 horrible with this weapon. Hello? I was stuck there and then what the fuck? Thought I did that in time. Cause see, like, I'm better with bow on Kaya than I am her spear, but I like using the spear more than her bow. I just find her spear more entertaining. I'm dead, bro. No, I'm not. I'm not dead. I just suck at spacing the side light. I've realized that. Damn, I gotta stop dodging down all side lights. That's one of my problems, is I do the same exact dodge over and over, and it gets so easy to read. I jump back into it. That's another thing. I gotta stop jumping as much as I do. Because it gets really predictable after I do it a while. I was fighting this dude earlier. I'm not gonna lie. He actually thought he was the greatest in the planet. That's the thing that made me laugh. Oh my goodness. I wasn't streaming it. I wish I was. Holy shit. I wish I was streaming it whenever I fought that dude, because I was dark red on one stock, and I ended up taking his stock to sight, surprisingly, even though I don't play that weapon anymore. I'm dead because I used up my brain. I'm so like, oh my god, I'm starting to get mad because of how bad I'm playing. I'm playing like a fucking dumbass, bro. It's starting to make me mad. There's no reason I should be playing this horribly. No reason at all, man. Fuck. Let's do a... Do I want to keep this? I might keep this, I'm gonna be honest. I might change to esports v2 or do that one. V5 look like V5 looks okay. This color is just horrible. I'm actually kind of excited for that new R6 op. He seems really interesting.
3,
also, he has a new
2,
weapon.
1,
Very curious
brawl.
what his new weapon's gonna look like. Did it just say his name? His code name's the Royal Penguin? Oh no, with the content creator of the Royal Penguin. Okay. Oh, I hate Isaiah's dude. I didn't mean to do that one. I meant to do the other one! Still alive though. Wow, that killed me. I did not expect that to kill me. I did not mean to go that way. Why does it keep doing this shit? I don't want to use these things either. I've been doing fucking horrible with those. Another thing I've realized about Brawlhalla on console is like it's so like I don't know what it is about your inputs, but they just don't want to work right. I did it down there. That's what I'm talking about. Shit like that. Look, and that got me killed. Yo, I literally had my stick pointed all the way downwards, like diagonally downwards, and it just did a fucking stare. I'm actually like, shit like that just makes me so fucking mad. That's why I want to swap the keyboard, but at the same time, I feel like it wouldn't be any better. We want to do the ring around the rosy or something like. I threw it diagonally down. See, I'm telling you, bro. Brawlhalla fucking console inputs fucking suck, dude. And I'm not finna touch stage either. I blame this all on the fucking miss input. I'm not gonna lie to you. This, oh my god, Brawlhalla fucking inputs on controller. Goodness gracious, man. Why are these not favorited? I just realized that. None of my fucking ones that I like are favorited.
Next.
It's just like, oh my goodness, bro. That shit makes me so damn unnerved.
Next.
Oh, Lin Fei. I was finna say a completely different name. I was finna say Lee May from fucking Mortal Kombat. And I'm not gonna lie, you are better than me, which is why I'm not like complaining about losing. I'm just mad that I'm losing to fucking like my own
2,
mistakes
1,
and or
brawl.
fucking problems with my own setup. That's the shit that's making me mad. I'm not mad that I'm losing to you. You're great, man. Arsenal. I did not mean to do that. I meant to dodge and then try and do a recovery, but I did it way too fast. That's gonna kill me. That's some shit I only see a Lin Fei player do. What the fuck? Damn, I slightly missed it. Oh man. That's gonna kill me because I don't fucking jump as soon as I get on stage. I don't like doing that shit. Also, I just realized I'm having fucking frame droppage. I just dropped down to 20 FPS. What the fuck? Console brawl, am I right, chat? The weapon I enjoy the most right now is bow and spear, but I am only like, I'm like one of those people who can only do good with like one weapon a day. Or one character a day. Can you not dodge diagonally out of that? Also, one thing I don't realize, or like, I'm surprised I can't learn, is how dodging works, bro. Like, I swear I do the read for where you dodge, it's just like, it doesn't ever catch. Like that in-light read after I did the Sair, I did that, I'm pretty sure perfectly or slightly a frame before. It just did not catch. I just don't, that's one of the things that, like, is holding me back from being better. Is I just don't understand how dodging fully works. Why do I keep getting these bad songs? I listen to Spectral. Spectral's pretty cool. And if you have any tips that you can give me, I'd love for them because I do still want to get good at this game. My end goal before I quit this game is I want to at least hit Diamond twice before I completely retire from this game. Okay. That's what we're doing nowadays? Like, I even read that you were going down. I'm dead because of my down air! Oh my god, I'm finna get mad. I'm actually finna get mad. Oh my goodness. I'm dying to my own stupid fucking mistakes. I didn't mean to do that ground pound. I did not mean to... I'm finna get so mad. Oh my goodness. Run it back. Please, for the love of God, run it back. There's no way that shit just happened. Oh my goodness. I'm actually so bad. Oh my goodness. I gotta stop going for shit like that. Because every time I go for shit like that, I get myself killed. Every time. It never works out. I'm finna just go ahead, get my happy ass back on stage. I'm done doing that shit off stage. Also gotta stop using my damn dodges. Dodging is the most useful tool you have in the game. Okay. Just jump right over them, why don't you? Oh, it's over for me, huh? Oh, fucking axe there. Oh, that shit. I should have went off stage. That's what got me killed. Again, I shouldn't have went off stage. And I still chose it. I gotta stop doing that shit. Okay. Blasters recovery. You know, I'm glad I caught myself before running forward, because I'm gonna I was finna dash in like that. I was finna get myself killed. I meant to do a Sarah. Oh, shit. I didn't realize how low it was. Oh, what the fuck? I did it too early. Damn it. Oh, okay. I'm gonna be so serious. I did not expect for you to do an insect right time. I'm not. Almost. Ugh. Us. I'm dead. I keep thinking I'm dead. There's no way that doesn't kill. I was gonna say. This dude Zol must have secret defense. Oh, please don't. How am I not dead yet? What the fuck? Yeah, I knew it was coming. I knew my time
Player
was
two
becoming
wins.
of time. I don't know who I could actually do good with anymore, bro. Because I'm doing okay with Scythe, but it's like only Scythe. Around that I picked that blasters up, it's like I'm ass.
Volkov. Mirage.
Actually, no, because I'm a sell with fucking spear.
Jiro.
I guess. Jiro. I guess. Again, a character I need to play more for how much of a level I have him at. I have him like level 30 on my Switch, too. I just don't like Jiro like that anymore.
3, 2, 1.
I used to
Brawl.
hard main this character back when Sword was meta. Oh, wait, I just forgot how good Sword is. Ouch. Okay. I'm still alive, though. I'm still alive, though. Okay. Maybe not. I take those words back. I'm not alive. Oh, please. I did the wrong thing. I always forget that instig on Jiro's sword hits grounded. I never, like, expected to catch like that. Oh, please don't. Please don't. Oh, bow hurt. Goodness gracious, man. I just don't understand how that hits behind you. I did the wrong thing. It still hit that. I'll be real, I didn't mean to do either one of those things. What the? Okay. This is great, man. Oh, I'm surprised I didn't kill. I'm dead.
Good game.
I was dead. Once I
Player
saw that
2
sword
wins.
come. I'm just not as great as I used to be, huh? Let's see.
Artemis. Artemis.
Use this color though. I'm bored of seeing that color. Like I love God level, bro. That color is so annoying to look at now.
Artemis.
I don't want to listen to this song, nor do I want to listen to that song, nor do I want to listen to that song. Not that one, no. 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 No.
3, 2,
No.
1, brawl.
No. Yes. I didn't get the chase dodge. And that kills me! Wow! I want to know where my fucking jump went, bro. What the fuck? I suck with this pointy thing. Also suck at fighting. Hello? What do you keep doing there? I'm still alive. Okay. like one of them medium bots. I just start pacing back and forth. Okay. Goodness, dude.
Player 2 wins.
It's like one of those things where, like, I don't understand if it's that I'm, like, doing stupid stuff or if it's that I'm not figuring out how dodges work. Because right then, I feel like I did the right thing by trying to punish with a down air for your diagonal back dodge. But at the same time, I might be completely wrong. Oh my goodness. I got work tomorrow. Oh my goodness.
3, 2, 1, brawl.
Okay. Hammer. See me, I back up and I get myself like hit. So I lose stage control. Yo, why did I do that fucking say? No. Okay, yes. Oh, the wrong thing. I
Good game. Player 2 wins.
that was good. I think I did pretty alright that game.
Artemis.
I feel like I did better with fucking Artemis than I did the other characters. But then again, I hate Artemis, so. Where the Oh, snap, I threw it behind me? What am I doing, yo?
Three, two,
So,
one.
my thing is-
brawl.
When did he get in this Discord chat? I don't remember him being here. He sure wasn't talking up until the end. I don't even remember him being in this. I'm not gonna lie to you. I think it's because I brought up about him. Her. Probably. There we go. Sickle. Yep. It's that big curve. Oh, I didn't think it was gonna do a side light. I was gonna do a little pokey poke. I did not mean to do that. Honestly, I don't know what I was doing just then. I thought I was doing something smart, and I'm like, what the fuck am I clicking? We can really just do this all day for real. I feel like Artemis is one of those characters like anybody can do good with her. It doesn't matter who. Damn, good punish. Another thing I've realized is just how much I rely off sidelight on sight. I should rely more on neutral light than I should sidelight. That's what caused me to lose that game. Is I went in straight for a sidelight knowing it wasn't going to hit instead of going for a neutral light when you're above me. It's like the exact thing that just caused me to lose. I don't know what it is about sidelight. I just find sidelight obviously so intriguing, bro. And yet it always causes me to lose. Ah, man. This isn't good looks, Chad, is it? Damn. Yeah, there's always people better. I can't really be all that.
1, brawl!
All that mad if there's someone better. I mean, there's always gonna be someone better. There's obviously someone better than Sandstorm. I mean, oh, you have the one Nixon on there. To get better at keeping stage. Not actually moving off stage. There's nothing else I need to get good at. No, it's not. You won't let me touch stage, though. On everything, you won't let me touch stage. See? Like I got this big thing. I touch stage. Let's go. I don't care. I still touch stage. I don't touch stage anymore. I hate that drop this on fucking console. It's making me so damn mad. Every time I GC something, range just dropped to fucking 14. Like, hello? I'm stuck staring at the screen, and it's not moving and shit. I actually can't stand frame droppage. Hello, I'm stuck there.
Player 2 wins. Artemis.
Frowny face.
Artemis.
Patch. That's real. I think. I don't listen to that. I don't listen to that. I don't listen to that either. No. No, I listen to this. I haven't heard this in like a
3,
year.
2, 1,
Probably longer than
brawl.
Look at this pokey little stick. I'm being a really stupid player right now. What the fuck am I doing? Hey man, you're just better. I hate that it never fucking connects.
Victory. Player 2 wins.
Good kill. There's nothing I can say.
Next.
I don't know who I want to start playing, bro. I'm trying to just swap back to my old skin. My old little setup that I used to run. Where's my limited fucking Soccer Blossom site at? Here it is. Use this with...
Next.
We get this going, and it gets active and stuff, and it works. I'm telling you, half my map's gonna be invisible because of Brawlhalla being Brawlhalla. Just watch. Oh, wow. Not even half of it. The whole thing's
3,
gone.
2, 1, brawl.
Interesting. I don't even know how close to edge we are right now, because all my map is just gray. Oh wait, we're off stage. I really can't tell where I am on this stage. I'm gonna be so serious. Everything's just gray. Wait, that's the stage. I don't know that. Yo, invisible map, stop, please. I'm dead either way. I can't see the fucking side of the stage.
Player 2 wins.
I like actually can't do anything. It's impossible for me to play this game on console nowadays. Shit's so annoying. I'm gonna restart my app here. Hold on.